Are you ready, guys? Because we have our first taste of FIFA 21 career mode news. EA have released a new article alongside the brand new trailer for the game, and there's news with new features for career mode in this article. Stay tuned, we're going to go through them and have a quick look and see what they look like. And then, of course, make sure that you're subscribed to the channel so that you don't miss out on any further career mode news or FIFA 21 news in general, or, of course, when the game launches early October. So I'm just going to dive straight into this. I don't want to waste your time. We're going to get stuck in. There are gameplay, Ultimate Team, Volta, and Authenticity sections on the website as well. But what we're obviously interested in is career mode. So as you can see here, now you might need to zoom in a little bit, or maybe I'll zoom in a little bit in editing, but you can see here, manage every moment is the line used. And if I bring up this picture here, this is the picture used in the article that you can see. If I just move it slightly to the left here, you see a jump in button, and of course, rather obviously, what looks like an overhead 2D match simulation model rather than the general, list of players on the left and a sim and then other scores in the bottom right that we've been used to over the past few years. Now it says, experience a whole new way to play out your seasons with a new interactive match sim. Jump in and out of matches to influence the course of the action, or take charge of key moments, including penalties and free kicks, to change the outcome of a match. That says to me that we can simulate a match, but at any moment, specifically you can for penalties and free kicks at least, press the jump in button and go into the game. Maybe when the ball goes out of play, you can take over. I don't know whether we can take over immediately or whether you have to wait for a break in play, perhaps. I'm not sure. No details on that yet, but you can jump in and, as it says there, jump out as well. So presumably you can jump into a game, do what you want to do, and then jump out again and continue the match sim. That's what I take from the wording there in that paragraph. Monitor match data, as you can see from the, if I bring that picture up again, take me out of the way, you can see from the stamina, ratings, stats, and game plan tabs there at the bottom. I'm not sure what will be on though. Obviously ratings and stamina is rather obvious, and you can see next to the players' names here, next to the players' names, you can see the ratings. So presumably as you tab across those tabs, that will change. The bit where it says match rating on the right-hand side of Liverpool's stats and the left-hand side of Dortmund stats. Presumably if you change to stamina, then it will show you the stamina where it currently has the ratings. Stats, not sure what those stats would be. Game plan, not sure what that would be. But on the front of it, this looks like a massive feature that we've been asking for years. So props to EA for listening to that and adding in something that we've been calling for. Certainly, that's going to make a big change to the way that you guys play the game and a big change to the way that we as content creators make our content. We're going to have to decide what to do with that and how to utilize that feature in our series. So that's going to be a big change for career mode, and it's certainly something that we've been asking for ages. Is an update to the match simulation, etc. So monitor match data and make changes directly from the sim based on the match stats and your players' performance levels and stamina. So the next paragraph, manage your players' development in greater detail with a revamped growth system. Whether this is building on the dynamic potential of last season or replacing dynamic potential, I'm not sure. Turn right backs into right wingers, defensive midfielders into centre backs, and more to fill gaps in your team. So you can change players' positions now in FIFA 21 career mode. Change players' positions with a revamped growth system. Monitor player attribute changes during training to see how your squad is progressing. So you can jump in and out of a match sim, and you can change player positions via a revamped growth system. How you do that, as of yet unclear, but presumably via training, as it says there. During training, see how your squad is progressing. Get some more insights into your squad's performance levels with match sharpness, a new attribute that indicates how likely your players are to perform in the most crucial moments during the course of a game. So there's going to be overall stamina, presumably, fitness, and then sharpness. Similar to Football Manager, you have condition and match sharpness. It looks like we're now going to be getting stamina and match sharpness, perhaps. Increase your player's sharpness with a new active training system that gives you the ability to set up group training sessions to improve the likelihood of your strikers putting big chances away or of defenders making key tackles. So, a new training system. Again, as of yet, no details on that, but something to discuss. Let me know in the comment section what you think that new training system might be, including, of course, the changing of positions for players. Match sharpness, presumably, this is off the top of my head, you'll have the stamina, which is obviously how fit they are. But then, going by the morale boosts and declines that they've had in FIFA 20, maybe match sharpness would give you a boost to a stat. And if they're out of condition, then they'd have a decline in a stat. Again, not sure, don't know. Group training sessions, I'm not sure what that would be. Presumably, the whole squad train in a certain area rather than just select players in certain area. Again, so maybe it says group training to improve the likelihood of your striker. So maybe a forward training session and a midfielder training session and a defensive training session. Perhaps we'll have to wait and see. Plan your team's training schedule with a new activity management system. Decide when to train and when to rest during the week as you balance your players' sharpness with morale and fitness. So morale is in there still too. You balance your players' sharpness with morale and fitness to make the difference between winning and losing. So you'll have to balance sharpness, morale, and fitness via the activity management system in FIFA 21 career mode to manage your training schedule on presumably on an individual day-to-day basis. So say you've had a game with extra time on a Tuesday night in the Champions League. You could give your players a rest in training on the Wednesday or Thursday or Friday if you've been in the Europa League. You could give your players a rest so that they regain some of their sharpness. So they regain some of their fitness for the next week. And maybe their morale will go up because you've been nice to them to give them a rest. But sharpness-wise, they might take a dip because they've had a day off and they're not necessarily up and running. Again, don't know. We'll have to get hands-on before we can see, or maybe some in-game screenshots before we can know definitively what that means. Enhanced AI opposition. Sees opponents approach games with more intelligence in both defense and attack. New systems create more informed AI decision-making in marking, tackling, passing and dribbling to present you with more challenges during each match and keep your career mode fresh from game to game. So hopefully that means that the big teams will play like the big teams, the small teams will play like the small teams, and maybe some more variety in the way that teams play rather than everybody playing tiki-taka passing football. We might actually get teams playing Route 1 football or physical football or hold-up play or false 9. We'll have to wait and see, but again, we don't know where that's going to be implemented, but if they have made tweaks, we'll have to wait and see what those tweaks are. But it's promising on the surface. Again, as was with FIFA 20, we won't get too carried away with new features because they might not necessarily work as intended at launch, as they didn't with FIFA 20, but we'll have to wait and see. That music in the background means that the Xbox game showcase is about to start, so I'm going to finish this video up. FIFA 21 career mode enhances transfer realism by providing both human and AI controlled teams, crucial, with new ways to sign players. Make loan-to-buy offers with optional or mandatory future transfer fees to secure new talent for your team. Finally, new transfer options. And, crucially, again, the AI can do it too. It's not just us that can have a loan-to-buy, or offer a loan-to-buy, or send an offer for a loan-to-buy. The AI can do it to me too. That's brilliant. Hopefully the AI... there you go. And respond to AI manager-initiated player swap proposals as you look to master the transfer market. So the AI can do what we can. That's a massive, massive addition to career mode. It's one thing us having the option to do stuff, but if the AI don't do it too, then it takes away from the immersion. But if the AI do it too, then it's more realistic, and that's massive. Customize your career mode with new initial setup options. Get a more true-to-life experience of negotiating signings on your transfer market with authentic transfers, or boost your team's starting budget to help build your squad with financial takeover. We already have financial takeover from the catalog, so maybe that would save you having to redeem something from the catalog, and you could start with a financial takeover just right off the bat. Or I don't know what authentic transfers is. I'd like to think that authentic transfers, like, that would be a thing anyway, as it's supposed to be replicating real life. Or maybe authentic transfers means that certainly players like Messi won't move from Barcelona, or players are very, very unlikely to move from Barcelona to Real Madrid, or Man United to Liverpool, or Man United to City, etc. I don't know. Presumably, if you don't have authentic transfers on, then you can just buy and trade and do whatever the hell you want. If you have authentic transfers turned on, then it adds a bit more realism to it. Again, not sure. We shall have to wait and see. But what do you guys think of this news? I'll leave a link to the article in the description down below. What do you think to all of those additions? The interactive match sim, the revamped growth system, the match sharpness, the active training system, activity management system, enhanced opposition AI, new ways to sign players, initial setup, new initial setup options. It appears on the surface from this one article that we are getting a number of new additions to career mode for FIFA 21. Is this our year? I don't want to get carried away, because we got carried away last year and things were broken at launch and it wasn't quite the year we were hoping for. But building on dynamic potential, which was genuinely a brilliant addition last year, it's just a shame it doesn't apply to AI players as well. It only applies to yours. But building on that and adding to it, the match sim is going to make a big difference. A massive difference. We know that straight from the off. The revamped growth system, being able to change a player's position, is going to be massive. We know that from the off. Match sharpness, we'll have to wait and see how that works. The activity management system, again, we'll have to wait and see how that works with the training schedules, etc. The AI, we'll have to play it to find out how they play with the increased intelligence, as they're branding it. The new ways to sign players, we know that how that's going to work straight from the off. That's fantastic. I'm trying not to get too overexcited. We'll stay calm, but positive signs for FIFA 21 career mode. Drop the video a like if you're looking forward to it. Subscribe to the channel to make sure you don't miss out on any more FIFA 21 news specific to career mode, mainly on this channel. Let me know your feedback in the comments section down below, and I'll see you next time.